Alright, so today we're doing the number plane. The number plane is actually properly called the Cartesian Plane. That's because it was discovered by a Frenchman named Descartes. So you will hear that name from time to time, Cartesian Plane. Don't get confused, it's just this number plane here. Okay, so we know that we have an x-axis and we know we have a y-axis, and you always label them when you're doing anything to do with a number plane. In the middle we have the origin, that's the point 0, 0. Everything is based around the origin. Okay, now you do need to know what the quadrants are. So quadrants start from here and we go around this direction. So we're going anti-clockwise. There's a reason for that, which we will build on in year 9, but at the moment just learn that it starts here and goes this direction. So this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. Okay, so we've got a diagram here and we've got a lot of questions that are based on this diagram. So in the first one it says, from this number plane, name the point, make sure you underline what you're doing, name the point with each pair of coordinates. Okay, so I'm just going to write my answers next to these as we're going. So the point 2, 1, you did this in year 7 last year, but we'll go through it. 2, 1, go along 2, up 1, and we're at point P. So make sure you go along the runway first. So we're going 5, 2.5, along 5. Then we want to go to 2.5, so we're going up, and we end up at K. So remember 2.5, we're going up 2, but it's a bit more than that, up to 2.5, somewhere between the 2 and the 3. So we end up at K. Then we've got 0, 3. So you go along nothing along the runway, then you go up 3, you're at point M. And the next one, we have 2 zeros, so we go along 2, and up or down nothing, so we stay at Q. And then in the next one, minus 4, 2, we go along to minus 4, and then up to 2, and we're at point L. Now in the next question it says, write the coordinates for each point. So we have to go looking for point A. There it is. So we've got to tell people how we get there. So we go along to 4 and up 1. So the point is 4, 1. Make sure that you have brackets and make sure you've got a comma. A lot of people don't let you put the comma in, don't put the brackets in. You're going to get it marked wrong in year 8 if you don't do that properly. Okay, so it's bracket, 4, comma, 1, bracket. All right, point D. There it is down there. So how do we get there? We start in the middle, the origin, go along 1, down minus 3. So that's what we write, 1 minus 3. Don't forget your brackets and your comma. G, where's G? There's G there. So we get there by going along nothing, then up 1. So make sure you put the nothing, the 0 first, and then the 1. C, there's point C. So we go along minus 3, down minus 2. So minus 3, minus 2. Okay, the next question says, in which quadrant does each point lie? So they don't want the coordinates, they just want to know which quadrant is it in. All right, so we're looking for point N. Here it is here. And if you look back at what we did over here, you'll see it's in the second quadrant. So we write down second quadrant. Okay, point T, there's point T there. So remember, this is first, second, third. Point T is in the fourth quadrant. Okay, now the next question says, list all the points that are on the x-axis and they want their coordinates. Okay, so here's our x-axis and we want to name every single point, all the letters and their coordinates. So we'll start from here and go this direction a long ways. So we're going F, write that one down, and we have to write its coordinates down. So that's the point minus 5, and then we don't go up or down anything. So it's minus 5, 0. The next one along, keep going along the x-axis, is R. So for point R, let's write it down first, we go along the x-axis to somewhere between -1 and -2. So we go to -1.5 and up or down, nothing. If we keep going, we get to Q. And let's find its coordinates. We're going along 2 and up or down, nothing. And then keep going past Q and we get to I. And its coordinates are 5 and up or down, nothing. So you'll notice with all these points that are on the x-axis that they all have a 0 here. And that's something that you're going to learn a little bit more about in Year 9. But so that means that all the points on the x-axis have a y coordinate of 0. So actually, its equation is y equals 0. The equation of that x-axis is y equals 0. Because every point on the x-axis has a y coordinate of 0. Okay, now in number 5, it says, if a point has a positive x coordinate and a negative y coordinate, which quadrant is it in? Now, it's got nothing to do with any of the points here, but let's do what it says. A positive x coordinate. So we start here, or the positive x coordinates are all up here, they're not down there. So we're up here. Now, a negative y coordinate, that will drop us down into here. What quadrant is that? First, second, third, it's the fourth one. Okay, so we're going to come back in the next video, and this time we're going to actually be plotting the points rather than reading them off a number plane.